Show these poor children that you want to give them a personality.
Write dark fan fiction about you.
The first type of members of formerly known Team Juvie, now Maniacal Menace, ever since the addition to the Octolings and Inklings and whatnot, the Grunts. They are your typical run-of-the-mill male and female variants of the Poke Kids, so, on to the aces and admins. Here's a chart of their names and their Pokemon types. You might recognize one of the names, that being Shayla, which is, Michael Groth's OC. Incredibly talented man, I must say. The first member on the list is one that you've encountered before. Elizabeth. The concept of Elizabeth is pretty fun, I guess. I got it from Marvel's Iron Man 3. You know what Extremis is, right? Well, in case you don't know, it basically gives your body the properties of, like, heat and stuff. It makes you pretty much invincible or whatever. Like, you can just breathe fire. You can melt stuff with your hands, with your skin. You could chop off your limb and get a new one, like grow a new one, and the chopped off limb will grow hotter and hotter till it just melts and burns through the ground. And Elizabeth, she can melt bits of her skin off and it'll turn into melted steel. Hence her steel typing. Oh, yeah, and also her steel typing is just an excuse for her to get stabbed on some steel strike, so that's fun. As you may know, her suit dons a Flareon aesthetic, you know, instead of the usual Eevee. And the yellow accents are actually like steel wool. You know, just to be creative here. She has a pretty chaotic personality, and she is one of my favorites. Although she can't beat my absolute favorite. I'll get to her in a bit. Next up is Abigail and Penelope. They are known as the Nature Duo. When they were still in Galar, they, along with other grunts, lived in the forest area in the Isle of Armor. Although, after the events of the Pokemon and the Ultra Pokemon arc, they now live on a floating island in the Dark Realm, similar to the forest area in the Isle of Armor. There's like a bunch of tree houses there where the grunts can stay and Abigail and Penelope can stay. You see, their purpose, sure, is that I can't take care of all the grunts myself, so they help me. Although, they do more than that, like, you know, take care of the nature around, you know? Hence their name, Nature Duo. Now, out of the two, Abigail is very frantic and jittery. Meanwhile, Penelope is more calm and collected. Their signature moves, Abigail's is Nature's Wrath, which is grass type, and Penelope's is Nature's Beauty, fairy type. I know they act and sound like the signature moves of the top, who's Nature's madness, but they're not in any relation to the Tapus. As you can tell by the types, they one dons a Leafeon costume and one dons a Sylveon costume. There you go. Next up is Xavier and Eve, and yes, I am aware that Xavier has the name of Elon Musk's son. That was intended for a joke. That's not his canon name. That was the Elon Musk's son thing is just a joke. Their quarters is in a cottage. They like to spend their time in like a cottage that is near the forest area, which I talked about previously. Eve likes to spend her time in the cottage, while Xavier likes to just not be in the cottage and instead go around the area of like the entire Dark Realm, Smash Realm thing. You know what I'm talking about. He likes to wander. He's energetic. He's that kind of guy. He's that kind of kid. He's very energetic. Kind of like me. Yeah, Xavier, he likes to play games. Like a lot of games. Like when he plays Pokemon, he plays like a lot of generations. He's very diverse. Eve is more calm, more, like that. And she has a British accent. Oh, but Joe, they're all from Galar. Don't they all have British accents? No. Only Eve does. And the thing about Eve is that she is a Gen 1er. Other than that, she's a very nice person. She's like the kind of person who would like to enjoy playing like golf or something. I don't know. Like professional golf. Maybe mini golf too, Xavier is a Pikachu boy, and Eve is... take a wild guess. Together they are known as the Let's Go Gamers. Just because. One thing to point out is that Eve likes to use her tail as a pillow or a sit upon, You could just imagine her sitting on it, drinking tea, and, resting her head on it while she sleeps. It's cute. To tell the difference between them and the grunts, Xavier wears like a blue bandana around his neck and is a tad taller, while Eve is a tad taller than the female grunts and has a heart pattern near the tip of the tail, similar to a female Eevee. Just to tell them apart from the grunts. Next is Alex and the Shock Squad. Alex is the Jolteon Pokekid, and she fled because she thought that I was too much of a tyrant for her. I mean, I kind of get that. Oh, and she took 5 male grunts with her, forming the Shock Squad. Also, she's not the only person that left. Clara also left the team after the events of the Pokemon arc and the Ultra Pokemon arc, because Clara's got stuff to do in Galar. Alex and the Shock Squad are the actual few that have a Gigantamax form. Basically, the Shock Squad just grow like not too tall, but pretty tall, and stack on top of each other to form in the formation of a star, with Alex being in the middle. And their G-Max move is G-Max Star Shock. After the events of the Pokemon and Ultra Pokemon arcs, when all of the members of formerly known Team Juvie get the hypnosis spell broken and their hypnotized memories and soul become physical forms in the Smash realm. Alex's hypnotized memories don't do that. The spell is still broken for her, but you see, she was originally an orphan along with the grunts that she took. Just so happened to be orphans. So after the events, they both wandered around in like the Crown Tundra, and then they are now being taken care of by two Lycanroc. One midnight and one dusk. So they now live a happy life. That's good. I don't know. Next is Katie. She exists. Next. Okay, next. Okay, fine. I'll talk about her, okay. Now, Katie has a backstory. She's one of the few kids that actually have a backstory. Only 3 of them. That being Alex, Katie, and Freya. She's actually the Poke Kid you see in the Crown Tundra, interacting with her grandma. Back when she was in school, she used to get bullied real hard. Upsetting. They shoved her into lockers, laughing at her. But after she met me and got her ice powers, she shoved them into caskets of ice. This explains her dark typing. And yes, her boss theme is a reference to the coffin dance meme. The meme that died about like a year ago, more than a year ago. Like I made this part of my fan fiction like late 2019, early 2020. So yeah, that's also why I gave her the concept of ice coffins. Next up are Jessica and Mia. They have a place called the Town of Night and Day. I mean, given that their whole theme is from being an Espeon girl and an Umbreon girl, it's kind of expected, I guess. During the events of the Pokemon and Ultra Pokemon arcs, the Town of Night and Day was taking place in that little desert area in the Isle of Armor. You know the one I'm talking about. And post Pokemon arcs, it now takes place in like this Colosseum structure that floats around the Dark Realm. I'll show you what the Dark Realm looks like, just a reminder. The day part of the town takes place outside with a statue of Solgaleo, while the night part of the town takes place inside a dome with a bunch of murals of the Starry Night and a mural of Lunala and a statue of Lunala. And, yeah. Now, Jessica, she has, has psychic powers, duh. But her psychic powers, they strengthen during the day. It's not that good during the night, hence her being the sun-themed evolution-styled Poke Kid member. You know. Jessica also has a weapon, a physical weapon. You've heard of Morningstar's weapon from Marvel Contest of Champions. You've probably seen the real-life version from Hacksmith or something like that. You know the one where it's like attached to a chain, like a spiked candle holder thingy, whatever, attached to a chain. She swings it around with her psychic powers. It's really cool. Mia's turn! Mia is my second favorite. I'll get to my first favorite in a bit. You already know where it's gonna lead. So Mia has, like, dark powers, duh, yeah. Mm-hmm. More powerful at night, or actually in the dark at all. She can levitate. So can Jessica, but we're talking about Mia now. And she has a special power. You know that gag that MNJTV Michael Growth uses in Pokemon Talk that involves an Umbreon? That's right. Her special power is floor tentacles. The design choice of Mia's floor tentacles are similar to Darkon's tendrils. Like, Darkon from Smash. Duh. They kind of look like those. I always thought that the floor tentacles gag in Pokemon Talk was pretty funny, so when I came up designing, like, the characters in mind, I was like, hey, why not use that as an actual advantage in battling? That seems like a good idea. Like a great idea. Fun fact, Mia, in my headcanon, is the younger sister to my favorite member of the team. Before I get to my favorite, I just want to quickly talk about Shayla. She's the manager. She's an adult, not like the other Poke kids. No, she just manages the entire thing. She has a backstory. Michael Growth from MNJTV talks about it a whole lot in one of his videos. I'll give you a link in the description for that. And now it's time to talk about my favorite member of the team. The moment you've all been waiting for. At least I've been waiting for it. That's right. The last member of the Maniacal Menace that we will talk about. My favorite one is none other than Freya. Freya here is the best. She is the absolute best. She is the best member. The best one by far. And you know why? Do you know why she's the best? Because she dons the superior evolution. Duh. But also because she is the Poke Kid that you encounter yourself in the Dynamax raids in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Plus Dynamax Adventures, blah, blah, blah. But you get the point I'm trying to say. She's the objective best. Freya, in my head, was, keyword was, portrayed as a nice child. Nice character, individual, when I met her in the raid day. She was very nice, always giving everyone a helping hand. Because that's the move that she always uses. And when the entire Gothorita hypnosis incident happened, I made her from a very nice child into a naughty brat. Yeah, I wanted to give her the personalities, the mischievousness of Spinel from the Steven universe, and if you can call that mischievous, the mysterious alluring nature of Ka from the Jungle Book, and the violent manner, sometimes, of myself. I don't know. Freya's defining feature that she has is her long tail, which is the length of probably the longest snake you could ever think of. I don't know. That's also the reason why she's part poison type, because she injects poison through the fin parts of the tail. Oh, and she also knows hypnosis. Yes, even though she's not psychic type, she knows hypnosis. That's a good thing to know. That's why I made her part snake-ish. She has like a snake tongue as well, though cartoony snake tongue. I don't know, like, you know, she pretends to hiss. She has this is why she has like snake physics and the alluring Ka nature to lure the enemy in, the false sense of security, you know the one, I'll show you the hypnosis pattern. She has a unique ability called Absolute Unit. Yeah, that's the name of the ability. It increases damage output from tail attacks by 50%. So it would make Aqua Tail more powerful, Breaking Swipe more powerful. You get the idea. Now, the thing about Freya is that she has a Gigantamax form. Scratch that. She has 2 G-Max forms.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
That's right, 2 of them. 2 G-Max forms. 1 partially in water, and 1 fully on land. Get ready, guys. Freya becomes humongous. Her tail becomes as long and big as a sea dragon. She now gains sharp teeth. She is a threat. Let's go over some details about this. Freya's eyes, when she's still small before the G-Max, her eyes, her pupils, I guess, and the color around them, they were like pink, like a pinkish magenta color. But when she G-Maxes, she still gets the pink coloring and the color and pupil part of the eyes, but the white part of the eyes become a deep, rich, violent purple. And I think it's really cool. Her water G-Max form is like she's in the water, half of her body is out of the water, half of her is in it, and you can see like parts of her tail like going in and out of the water, like it's the Loch Ness Monster pattern. Like you know what I'm talking about, right? And her G-Max move when she's in the water is called G-Max Wave Crash, where she uses her tail to like push a humongous amount of water onto the land, creating like a tsunami to hurt the opponent's Pokemon, you know. Her G-Max form on land is basically her standing in like one area with her humongous tail surrounding the entire battlefield. It's pretty neat, and Her land G-Max move is actually a poison type move called G-Max Coil Crush, where she uses her tail to like just power it up with like a little bit of the poison in her tail fins or whatever, and just smack the opponent multiple times in a row, just like slam, you know? Freya is definitely my favorite out of them all, and you could probably see why. I don't know. Just her love for Dynamaxing, my love for Dynamaxing, the entire gimmick and stuff. You can see why. Oh yeah, she also has a Necrozma form as well. But I will probably touch on that in the future. Other than that, that's it. I did forget to mention about Alistair, but let's just say that my dark influence made him join my side, and his dark influence soul and mind traveled to the dark realm with Smash and became physical again. And he's basically the Igor of the team now. He has a creepy mask instead, like an ear-to-ear grin on the mask. And yeah, that's it. Can't believe it. After 2 months of waiting, 2 months at the time I'm recording this, it's finally done. Holy crap. Oh, this took a long time to make. I thought I was gonna get this done in like 2 weeks. But no, 2 months. Pat myself on the back for this one, I guess. I don't know. All right. Let's see what the future holds. I guess Chapter 3 will start when I say it will start. I don't know. Can you believe it all started because of a joke?